Should I confront my ex-husband about what happened with our kids at his mom's this weekend? This is a long story, so I'm using a throwaway. I'll try to include what's relevant. I, 44 female, was married to my ex-husband, John, 47 male. He's now married to Brittany, 36 female. I'm currently married to my husband, Kyle, 37 male. About 10 years ago, John and I divorced after I found out he was cheating on me with Brittany, who is now his wife. The divorce was messy. Right after we separated, Brittany made it very hard for John to stay involved with our kids. She's one of those. For example, when our oldest son Henry was about 11, he got appendicitis while on a school trip. I immediately called John to tell him what was going on, but Brittany answered his phone and told me I was a sad old woman who was trying to trick John into coming back to me. I hung up and drove 4 hours to Philadelphia to be with our son in the hospital alone. The next day, John called and told me I had disrespected his boundaries by calling during his private getaway. I was furious. When I explained that our son had appendicitis, he got angry that I didn't tell him sooner. I hung up. I wasn't going to deal with the gaslighting. When I got home, John and Brittany confronted me at church, accusing me of ruining their vacation and hiding details about our son's medical emergency. Brittany lectured me about hurting John and playing malicious games. I ignored them. That was when I started to see a pattern. About a year later, John sat our 3 kids down and told them he needed to focus on his new family so he could be a better man and father. Then he basically disappeared. It was hard on the kids, so I got them into therapy and decided to make a fresh start. I finished my degree, moved us to a new state, and focused on rebuilding. This guy's a piece of shit. Life eventually got much better. I met Kyle, who is younger than me, but kind, mature, and wonderful with my kids. We married 5 years ago and now have 3 more children together. We also fostered and later adopted 2 more kids. Kyle and I always dreamed of having a big family. His business took off, I built my career, and we recently bought a small farm, our dream home. For the last 5 years, life has been genuinely good. Of course, no marriage is perfect, but we're happy. Then about a month ago, Kyle was hosting a business party, and guess who was catering it? John. I was completely blindsided. We hadn't spoken in years. He only sends the occasional birthday or holiday card. He looked just as shocked to see me. A week later, John's mother, my kid's grandmother, called out of the blue. She said she missed the kids and wanted to see them. I thought maybe seeing John again had reminded her of us, and I've always wanted my kids to have a connection with their dad's side, so I agreed to let them visit for the weekend. What? It's been how long? But by Saturday, halfway through the visit, my oldest called me and said, "Mom, can you come get us now?" He sounded serious, and he's not one to overreact. I drove over immediately. All 3 kids were visibly upset. They didn't want to talk about what happened yet, and I'm respecting that, but I'm deeply concerned. Now I'm torn. Should I confront John and his mother to find out what happened, or wait until my kids are ready to tell me themselves? What?
Yeah, that's it. I should have checked for an update before the... And no, I wouldn't confront my ex-husband. I would confront my mother-in-law, though. And she said the mother-in-law didn't speak to her when she came to pick up the kids.
He's been out of their lives for like 9 years. That's what I'm gathering from the story. Right. It's been about 9 years where he's just been poof, gone.
I would be confronting the mother-in-law. I would have confronted the mother-in-law as soon as my kids were in the car.
But how do you expect her to give you a truthful answer?
I don't know. And I would imagine that she was shit-talking their mom, and maybe that's why they don't want to tell her, because it would hurt.
Maybe, but also, like, they haven't seen or been around these people in, like, 9 years?
Right.
Why are you letting them stay a weekend over there?
It would be like, yeah, if you want to see them, you can come to our house.
Yeah, while I'm here.
Yeah.
And to supervise it and make sure that they're comfortable, because their comfort and their safety should be a thing, right?
Right.
Maybe even talking to the kids ahead of time and being like, is this something you guys want to do? But hell no, just sending them over to somebody who, yeah, I understand it's their grandma technically, but they don't know her. They don't know her. Was it 9 years?
Yeah. I don't know what the mother-in-law did at that point. OP said she stayed like at a bed and breakfast there, like while the kids were visiting with their mother-in-law.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have so many questions. OP, if you do see this, please let us know like what the current status here is. And yeah, I mean, hopefully the kids will tell you what actually happened. You could ask mother-in-law. I wouldn't believe whatever answer she gives you.
And she said the kids have a therapist, OP did. So maybe take them to see a therapist, something like that, so that they can talk about it or figure it out. I'm not sure, but
yeah, man, it's just sending my kids over to somebody who they haven't seen in such a long time to spend a weekend would make me very, very uncomfortable. Just the thought of it.